Today we are going to learn a new topic, excretion. So far we learned many topics in this chapter, life process. We had started with nutritions. In nutrition itself we have learned autotrophic and heterotrophic nutritions, and after nutrition we learned uh, how human beings are getting nutritions. Respirations we learned, and then different types of respiration, how humans respire and how animals and the plants respire. Transportation, in transportation also we learned different types of transportation, both in human as well as in plants. And today we're going to learn excretion. As we learned before, all these nutrition, respiration, transportation, excretion is also very important for a human being. If there is no excretion takes place in a human being or in plants, definitely that plant may die or human being may die, and also it causes lots of problem. So what is excretion? Excretion is nothing but talks about the biological process involving in removal of harmful metabolic waste from our body. So it is the biological process of elimination of harmful metabolic waste products from the body of an organism. So it needs to be excreted. If there is no excretion takes place, then definitely we are going to get lots of problem. Even in excretion, two different types of organisms they do excretion. One is unicellular organism as well as multicellular organisms, they excrete. If you talk about unicellular organisms, they remove these waste by simple diffusion from the body surface into the surrounding waters. For example, we learned on amoeba how the excretion takes place on amoeba. That means just by diffusion, and they are excreting the waste just on the water itself, excreting. In multicellular organisms like animals or human beings, how we excrete, we have a specialized organs. For example, in human being we have kidney, and that is the main excretory organ which we are using for excretion. And this is the picture which talks about how animals as well, humans as well as plants excrete. Even in excretion in human, we are using kidneys, and for plants they do different methods for excretion. Some they gives out the waste products like milk which is coming out. You can see some of these wax which is coming out of the animal plants. So these are the excretion that takes place on plants. Let's go deeper and learn about excretion. Let's learn about excretion in human beings. As we learned before, excretory system of human being collects and drains out the waste from the body. So what are the waste that we have in our body that comes out or drains? So that is what that is how excretion takes place on human being. So the main excretory system human being consists of a pair of kidneys, a pair of ureter, a urinary bladder, and urethra. Okay, this is the picture of excretory system, and you can see that two kidneys on both the side. One is the left kidney, another is the right kidney. And always you should see that the left kidney is placed a little higher than the right kidney. The kidney which is little higher, and that is actually the left kidney. Okay, that means the left kidney is placed a little higher than the right kidney, right? So the pair of kidneys and also we have an ureter. Ureter is nothing but the pipe which is connecting the kidney to the urinary bladder. This is what the ureter, right? You have a pair of kidneys, ureter, and urinary bladder and urethra. Okay, let's learn more about kidney. Kidney is the main excretory organ because it excretes enough amount of waste, water, or everything from our body. Each kidney is a bean shaped. As we know that, we have learned the picture, we have seen the picture. It is actually a bean shaped, a reddish brown in color, and are located up the abdomen on one on either side of the backbone. The left kidney is placed a little higher than the right kidney. The renal artery brings in the unclean blood containing waste substance from the kidneys. So the renal artery, which is connected to the kidneys, which is bringing the blood from all over the part of the body, and it is bringing the waste substance to the kidneys. The renal vein carries away the clean blood from the kidneys. So just look at this picture, you can get a clear idea on it. One is renal artery, which you can see here, and the renal vein, right? The renal vein and the renal artery, you can look at it carefully. So what the renal artery will do, it brings the unclean blood containing waste substance, and what the renal vein will do, it carries away the clean blood from the kidney. I want you to remember these two words, can be asked in 1 mark questions also. Okay, let's go deeper and learn each and every points. Ureter, in other word, an excretory tube. As we know that ureter is nothing but a tube which is connecting the kidneys to the urinary bladder, and you can see that they are a thin muscular tube coming out from each kidney, which opens into the urinary bladder. So ureter are ducts, that means ducts means a pipe which drains out urine from the kidney. Urinary bladder, as we know that urinary bladder, it is a pear shaped, it's like a reservoir which stores lots of urines, and if necessary it discharge the urine outside. Urethra is actually a muscular tube which arises from the neck of the bladder and conduct the urine to outside through an opening, and it's in the urinary opening. So it's a urethra is the opening where the urine goes out. The next thing, functions of kidney. Okay, let's learn what are the functions the kidney is doing. First thing is, it removes the poisonous substance such as urea, other waste salt, and excess of water from the blood, and excrete them in the form of yellowish liquid called urine. So mostly that is why we are asked you to drink lots of water, especially in this summertime. We should drink lots of water. The reason is, you know, there are lots of waste which secretes comes out from our body, and that needs to be cleaned. So this removes lots of poisonous substances, especially urea. There are lots of waste salt and water, everything it needs to be excreted, and that is the main purpose of kidney. Second thing is, it regulates the osmotic pressure, the water balance, very important, the water balance of the blood. It regulates the pH of the blood, and there is a spelling mistake, it is actually the blood. Okay, it regulates pH of the blood. Next, nephron. So as we are going to learn about nephron, what is nephron? If you talk about nephron, each kidney is made up of large number of excretory filtration unit called nephron. In other word, it is said to be uriniferous tubules. It is uriniferous tubules, that is nephron. These are considered as functional unit of the kidney. So if there is no nephron, that means kidney kidney will not function actually. It consists of long coiled tubes whose one end is connected to the double-walled cup-shaped structure of Bowman capsule, and its other end to its urine collecting duct of a kidney. And the Bowman capsule, what they do, it contains a bundles of blood capillaries, and which is called glomerulus. And we should know the names of what is nephron. Nephron is actually a large number of excretory filtration units, okay, very small things. And this nephron itself, if you see that carefully, it consists of a long coiled tube whose one end is connected to the Bowman capsule. The Bowman capsule, what they do, it even consists of a bundle of blood capillaries, lots of coiled capillaries, blood capillaries called glomerulus. The functions of glomerulus is to filter the blood passing through it. So the main thing, the filtration, everything takes place on the glomerulus, right? Next thing, the function of the tubular part of a nephron is to allow selective reabsorption of useful substances into the blood capillaries. So once the kidney absorbs all these blood and all, it started cleaning everything. That means the functions of tubular parts of nephron, it allows selective reabsorption and also useful substances into the blood circulation. And this is what you should see, that this is what the Bowman capsule, and inside this Bowman capsule you can see lots of glomerulus. It is lots of coiled bundles of blood capillaries you can see inside this bundles of blood capillaries you can see here, blood capillaries, right? And this is the whole complete thing is actually the structure of a nephron. And you can see many large units, you can see large number of nephrons you can see in a kidney. This is one nephron, okay? So like this we have large number of nephrons present in the kidneys, okay? So, and this is what the branch of renal artery. From this you can see an what we can say that uncleaned blood or uncleaned waste material which comes out from all the parts of the body and is coming to the kidney through this renal artery. Once it comes inside this, what happened, it goes to the Bowman capsule where lots of glomerulus are there. As we know that glomerulus, what they do, it filters the blood passing through it, and then it goes out from here, right? And then filtration takes place. And then what happened, the function of tubular part of the nephron is to allow the selective reabsorption of the useful substance into the blood capillaries. Okay, let's learn what are the formation, how this urine is formed. The purpose of urine is to filter out the waste product. Okay, that is the main function of the urine, right? That means the kidneys. The nitrogenous waste, what are the different waste product which comes out of these comes out in the urine? One is the nitrogenous waste such as urea as uric acid or removed from the blood in the kidneys. Thus kidneys are the basic filtration unit. Each kidney has a large number of these filtration unit called nephron. So as we know that in kidney we have number of filtration units are present inside that, and that is said to be nephrons. Okay, and some substances in the initial filtration, such as you can see, once the renal artery allow the uncleaned, or in other word lots of waste product, right, it comes into the urine. The initial filtration such as glucose, amino acid, salt and major amount of water are selectively reabsorbed as the urine flows along the tube. So urine forming in each kidney enters the long tube, that is the ureter, which connects the kidney with the urinary bladder. Once all the things, reabsorption, filtration takes place, then the urine passes through ureter to the urinary bladder, and the urine is stored in this urinary bladder until the pressure of the expanded bladder leads to pass out through the ureter. So until after the urinary bladder once getting filled, and slowly we got that intimation that you need to pass the urine. So that is how the urine comes out through urethra. Next is artificial kidney. So we are actually in page number 110 and 111. You can see in 111 page number, you can see the tab. There's a box there given. Talks about artificial kidneys. That is in a hemodialysis. What is artificial kidneys? It is actually a big device. It is used to remove this nitrogenous waste. Kidneys, if kidney is not performing well, or if the kidney is stopped working, then we should go for some artificial source to clean the blood, and that is done by these artificial kidneys. And what they do, there is a device to remove this nitrogenous waste product from the blood through a dialysis. In case of kidney failure, an artificial kidney can be used. Okay, what is dialysis? Let's learn. It's a big paragraph given in your book, so it is shortened. I have given in 2 paragraphs, so you can look at it. In this process, blood of a patient is allowed to pass through a long cellulose tube. It is dipped in a tank containing dialysing solution. So actually the solution they are using is dialysis solution. Okay, and having some ionic concentration of plasma. So the waste substance diffuse. Once the blood comes out from your body, they connect your veins into that dialysis solution. The blood comes out and is passed through this solution, a dialysis solution, and they started diffuse out of the waste products or waste substance, which diffuse out of the blood into the tank, and the cleansed blood is returned back into the patient through the vein. So this is what we are still doing. This is done in many hospitals. Okay, this is our last topic we are going to learn, and that is excretion in plants. Even not only human beings excrete, not only animals excrete, plants do excrete. How plants excrete? Plants produce a number of waste products during the life process. The main waste product produced by plant are carbon dioxide, water vapor, and oxygen. Right? So plants gets rid of excess of water by transpiration. So one thing. So you can see the plant gaseous products produced during respiration, that is carbon dioxide, and photosynthesis, O2, oxygens, are removed through stomata. That is the main excretion. So 2 gases, that means through respiration carbon dioxide and photosynthesis oxygens are just coming out. So how they are giving out this? These 2 are actually considered to be an excretory substance, that means coming out of the plant, and they both are coming, these 2 gases are coming out from the plant through stomata. So the excess water is removed through the stomata. This process is called transpiration, right? And the gaseous waste product of transpiration, of photosynthesis, which we know that it is carbon dioxide. Some waste products are stored in leaves, are removed when the leaves dry and fall off. Okay, that is why you can't see a leaf which is staying on the branches for long years. You can see that leaves, they comes out, and after a few days the leaf just wither. That means they dry, that fall off. That means what? That is also becoming a waste product. Okay. Another thing is, some waste products are stored in vacuoles. Some waste products, like you can see a gum, you can see some branches, or in a bark of the tree you can see a resins are stored in the old xylem cells. Some waste products are removed through the roots also. Some plant waste are useful to human beings. For example, natural rubber. The rubber trees, they gives rubber milk. Okay, that is also one of the excretory system, excretion of a plant. The gum which is coming out of the tree, that is also one of the excretory excretion of the plant or a tree. Resin, essential oil like sandalwood oil, eucalyptus oil, clove oil, and lavender oil. All these are some of the excretion of the plant or a tree. So some plant, they excrete some waste substance into the soil around them also. So that is also you can see this, some of the picture how plant excrete, and this is the rubber milk which is coming out of the tree, resin, right? Some of these giving out water, right? Transpiration. So these are the excretion that takes place in the plants. And student, hope you all understand this topic, excretion. And if you have a doubt, please feel free to ask questions about this topic. And I have attached a video on this. There's a link which is given here. Click on this link and you can or pass the video up to here, then take this URL and you can go to YouTube and watch excretion of human being video by yourself. And this is the end of our chapter, life process, and hope you all understand this chapter. If you feel further you have any questions on this, please ask questions through WhatsApp. And this is the end of our PPT of this chapter. And the next classes onwards, we are going to do classes on Zoom. So the next chapter we are going to start is acid, base and salt, and that we'll do it on the Zoom app. And the question and answers for this chapter, please do it in your copy and submit it, and read this complete chapter once again, completely till page number 113. Okay, and read it once again. And further and I'm going to attach this whole PPT and I'm going to put it on your group also. You can just go through, and further queries you can ask me through WhatsApp. Thank you student, and stay safe. Thank you.